Welcome, everyone. My name is Marilyn, Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you on Thursday, May the 1st. Hard to believe it's May, isn't it? So glad you're here joining me. And I want to thank Faye for being here again with me. She is going to help me answer questions and keep me on the straight and narrow here with getting things done. So as I'm going to go over a few things with you, you can see my weekly question: what's your favorite flower to see blooming in May? Here in Alberta, where I am, Spruce Grove, we've had a beautiful sunny day. I managed to go out for a half-hour walk this morning, and it was just gorgeous to be out, see the trees starting to green up, and the buds on some of the flowering trees coming out. And we're looking for more of it tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and maybe some rain towards the weekend. But anyway, while we're doing that, please answer that question. I have some things to share with you as usual. You can see I've got a new title for my Thursdays: Glue and Giggles. I'll supply the glue. You guys provide me with the giggles, okay? And we will share and create and just have fun in this community. This is a picture of one of the cards I've made, and I'm going to show you how I did the designer paper. I want to thank Betty for suggesting a one-sheet wonder with a 6x6. I did find in organizing my cards, I found that I had 3 different printouts for how to do this. I've made 2 of them. The third one I didn't get to yet, but I will do it and share it with you online at some point. Few things to note. Tomorrow and the next day, Stampin' Up! Is giving you 2 times the rewards for those 2 days only in honor of National Scrapbooking Day, which is on Saturday. And it's not that you can only buy scrapbooking things to get these rewards. It's anything as long as you've got that account with Stampin' Up! Coming down the road next week on Tuesday is the new catalog starts, and new online exclusives will be available, and some new kits. I didn't put that on that screen. Starting May 6th as well, we do have a join special happening. You can get an extra $85. Just pay $135 and you get $220 in products. And as usual, my Friday Zoom class at 1 o'clock, my 12 months of Christmas, the second Thursday, and the monthly card class on the third Thursday of each month. So if you want to join me for any of those, please just let me know, and I will put you in the link for how we can do that. So any questions, like I say, please just be sure and type them in there, and between Faye and I, we will get them answered. I will just check here to make sure there's nothing. I don't see anything saying you can't hear me or whatever, so I will carry on. Reminder that if you're on YouTube watching, you can see YouTube comments. If you're on Facebook, you can see Facebook comments. Faye and I can see both of them, so we will try and answer them. And we will just carry on and keep chatting with each other. So good to see all of you. So the paper that I'm using tonight is the Meandering Meadows, and you can see by my red pen, this is on the last chance list. And I had quite a few sheets left in this package, and I thought I would use one of them tonight. So I will tell you how I cut it, but it will be, all of the details on how to do it will be in my newsletter next week. So if you haven't subscribed to that, please do so. And I want to thank Lynn Dunn for sharing this design. And like I say, I've got the pink ones. I'm going to call them pink and peach pie ones done. I'm doing some blue ones here, and they're actually quite easy when you get it all together. So we start out with an 8.5 by 5.5 as usual, and then the next layer is 4.5 by 3.5, so that you can put your designer paper on it like that. These are 4 different pieces. The second card is similar, only it has a white layer. And for that, this is Blueberry Bushel. This one I have used Night of Navy. one of my favorites. Of course, anything blue is my favorite. Carmen, sunflowers. See, lots of different flowers coming in there. Good, good. Thank you. So yeah, this one, same idea. The 8.5 by 5.5, and then the white for that. And then the third card that she showed has a white background with 2 strips like this, and an embossed layer on the middle. And then this is the only piece left from that 6 by 6. And I will, I don't know what I did with it on the other one. Oh, okay. I can do that too. I will cut it and put it there. So if you're looking for Lynn Dunn's, this is what it looks like. 3 cards, 1 piece of paper. And she was using the autumn set that we had quite a while ago. But you can see the 3 different layouts, and she gave way more detail than I'm going to give. But she also gave a diagram on how to cut it. So on the first card, I cut my paper so that my pattern was going this way. So I did end up with a landscape card instead of a portrait on that one. But I decided this time, no, I want to have portrait. And this paper was a little more forgiving for doing that. So these pieces of paper, yes, good you have found us. Whoever it is saying they had trouble finding us. So to cut the designer paper, I had it on a piece of paper here. Basically what you do is you take a 6 by 6, you cut off 2 inches, and then you've got a 4 by 6, and you cut it in half. So you've got 3, so then you cut it in half, and just a different 1.5 and 2.5. So this is what we end up with, and I'm just going to adhere them. I'm not too worried about this particular pattern being connected, kind of thing, but I think it will turn out. And then what I found the most difficult on the first set that I did was what kind of words am I going to put on it? Do you ever have trouble with that? Figuring out what words are suitable? This particular color scheme, I would think, could be masculine, it could be sympathy, it could be thinking of you, just about anything. So there is the first 3 by 3.5 by, well, 3 by 4 was the designer paper. And then to put it on, I will use dimensionals with a little bit more. And if you're using 12 by 12 paper, of course, you can always cut it down to 6 by 6 if you want to use this particular pattern for it. So good to see you, Carmen, Judy, Betty, Bonnie. I've heard from a couple people already that I folded that wrong. Won't be at our Zoom class tomorrow because they're going to the lake for the weekend. Can you imagine? 1st of May, and they're already at the lake. I think it's wonderful. So I'm just going to center that, and there is our first card. Then I am going to, and I did see some tulips and some sunflowers. If I had to pick a flower, and I don't know if it would be ready to bloom yet, but my flower would be the sweet peas. So keep conversing with each other, and maybe if we put all those flowers names together, we could come up with a nice bouquet for tonight, right? So, like I say, lots happening. We've got double rewards tomorrow and the next day. Next week we have new catalog happening. new online exclusives, new kits, and our join specials. So as always, oh, and the other thing, I didn't have a slide to show you of that, but it just happened this afternoon. Those of you who are demonstrators, or if your customer is going online and looking for something and you find that it's currently unavailable, now you can put in an email. If you have an account, it will automatically populate. Put in your email and you will be notified when it is back in stock. One of the great perks of this new system that Stampin' Up! Has been working towards for about 5 years all over. So that is great news. So if you haven't, I know, Linda, I don't know if you're on here, but I know you were waiting for the Arches dies, and you should be able, they are back. I did notice that today when I was looking, but that would be a great feature because you kept looking and looking and looking, and you could have just put your email in and would have got notified. No, so I have this little piece left that I used it this way on the other one too. I'm going to cut it in half and put it on either end of this embossed piece. Okay, if my glue works, I will. I have seen a couple of new embossing folders. I don't remember if they are online exclusives or if they were in the pre-order and I just didn't order them, but I am going to be looking at some of them. This particular one has been around for a while. You might notice. To me, it looks like the running boards of a truck. It's called the metal plate. And I just thought it was suitable for the blues and whatever in here. Keep thinking I've got the wrong side of this, but this paper is gorgeous on both sides. So I will share my other set of cards made with this layout. And I will also share with you, whoa, word to self, don't move that until it has adhered on a embossed layer like that. And there's just a snippet of it being too long. Not much on that end. And to put this card together with the two 1-inch pieces, I am going to put these down first. And hello, Linda. I was just telling the ladies about your arches are finally back in. And as Linda and I were messaging today, she said she's really in a quandary because double rewards tomorrow. So should she wait or should she order and make sure she gets her arches? What's your advice? And then I'm just going to put this. So Betty, hopefully this layout and design will help you with your 6x6 one sheet wonder. I'm going to take this little piece and just put it on the back, because why waste that if we, yes, that is the question. Oh, now I'm going to put these on the inside. I'm not going to stamp on them, so I just have my white, just finished cutting up another whole package of white paper for my inserts. I keep them in a little card box like this right here by my desk. So, because even on lighter color card bases, I do like to put the white in. Yep. To me, it just seems to finish the card off. Do you do that? Do you always stamp on the inside of your card layers? I know some of you have said to me, I never know what to write, so if I can stamp words, it's better. But so there are my 3 cards from that one sheet of DSP. And then I decided I would use this stamp set, something fancy. And I am using You Matter to So Many. I thought it was quite generic. So I will stamp one of those. And Maggie says she always puts that little piece on the inside. Well, that's a good idea too, Maggie. So basically, if you haven't already learned the trick, especially with these clear, they're called clear stamps, it's just tap lightly and then push straight down, hold, and lift straight up. Once you have it stamped. Now, I most of the time will stamp and then die cut. What do you do? Do you die cut first? Look at that, I'm using the back of something else, but anyway, but through the magic of being ready, I've already die cut it, and I have used this new die set, Textured Notes dies, that I recently received, and I want to show you there are 8 different dies, all different designs around the edges. I don't think there's any, well, these 2 are the same, just the little dots, but they are just amazing. So you can see all the different sizes. I used this one and this one, and I'm going to put them on the right one. This one is the blueberry one. Whoops. I'll use these little ones. Hello, Yvonne. I mean, it's a long question or comment, so I'll read it later. But good to see you there. I see your name. Yes, Maggie, that is a great set. Double rewards tomorrow if you do want to get it. But I know we all, as in Linda, has been waiting for those dies. You kind of think, okay, how long am I going to wait? So I've used dimensionals there, and I think I'm just going to use liquid glue for the other. So please comment, even if you just say hi. I love to hear where you're watching from. I love to hear your answer to my question about the flowers there. And as some of you know, if you do comment, whether now or between now and next week's live, I put your name in the wheel of names, it's called. Spin the dial and someone will win one of these cards. So you have a chance to win. And besides, we like to know where you're from and get to know you. So please comment. Please bring your friends, share. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and like. It really helps me out to get known and to have more people join our community. So please, those things don't cost you anything, and it's just fun to be part of, right? So there are my, see, it doesn't matter where you place those, I don't believe. And oh, not great. I didn't do one for this one. I will clip this one out later, maybe, and put it on there. So those are my 3 cards. And now I will hurry on and show you the first 3 that I did. with the other colors, and I used the Thoughtful Moments embossing folder. And what I've done with extra pieces that I've got cut out is just keep them in a clear envelope in here, and they are ready. But I did Thank You on this one. I did Thinking of You on this one. And you might not be able to, well, there you can, I guess, see the, and then this one, because I ended up with my papers going the other way, I just did the hello. And that one has my little piece of paper on the back. So totally different look when you use different paper. And that paper is the Lily Pond paper. And as I showed you with Lynn Dunn's sample, she had used a fall arrangement or fall paper that we had earlier. And now I'd like to show you these cards that we've got the blue, we've got the pink and the peach. This one was done by Jackie Williams, and it was the rule of thirds, 3-sheet wonder. So again, she's got a 6x6, and she ended up giving directions for the first one makes 3 cards, then there's a card 2, a card 3, a card 4. So lots of possibilities there. So I went to my other paper with the designs. No messages there. So I made 4 card bases. So I have 4, and I used 4 sheets of designer paper. So basically this one, you cut the strip, tear it in half and flip it over. And we've done that other times where you've to use both sides of the paper. So I made all of these birthday ones, but because it's all from the same package of paper, it coordinates. And then I don't remember which was card 2 or card 3, but they were cut in different sizes and just laid differently. This one just kind of haphazardly, and another one just with the layers like this. So if you've got a starting point, I think you can do lots with this kind of cards. Now I do have one other one. On this one, I will just show you the picture of it, because we had done this one in one of my classes where you have 3 different papers. You cut them all the same, but then you lay them out on 3 different bases. So that's another option for getting lots of different cards out of one batch kind of thing. So hopefully that has helped. Betty, you who'd asked about the 1-sheet wonder, I did a 12x12 1-sheet wonder in a card class here not very long ago. And once the cutting was done, it was quite easy to put it all together. So hopefully that will give you encouragement to try it yourself and share. There will be, of course, this will be posted, and I'd love to see whatever you make, post under this video, and we'll just carry on having fun in our community. So now, just going to go up here, move that one, and show you the winner from last week, Carmen. This one. So hopefully you will have a use for it. It's got little cupcakes for birthday, and I will be sending that to you. And like I say, even if you just want to pop your name on there, say hello like you are, that's wonderful, because your name will be in the draw for next week. Once again, as always, if there's any design or anything you've found that you would like me to try, let me know, and I will certainly do it if I can find it and do it. Figure it out, I guess. And we'll take it from there. So thank you, Faye, for helping me. Thank you all for being here. Please comment, like, share, bring your friends. Let's just keep having fun stamping. Take care now. Bye.